can't get comfortable.
I find that.
We're live. Great, brilliant. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our stream. As you can see, we all managed to get onto sofas this week. Well, sofas and chairs. So, to introduce everybody, we've got John C over at the end there.
Hello.
He's our QA guy. We've got Alfie, who's the artist. He's sitting there. He'll smile a lot throughout this. We've got Dan Modreach, who's one of the content devs, as is Ash, who I'm sure you all know, and I'm Matt Kay. And we're here to answer your questions. First off, we have a shed load of Twitter questions, so I'm going to put these to the guys.
Louder.
And, we'll see how we get on. So, question number one.
Number the one.
Yeah. Can you make a behind-the-scenes thread every first of the month so we can see what you plan in the upcoming month?
Well, we certainly can, although mostly it's the stuff what they voted for in the previous month.
Pretty much.
we can preemptively assume what you might vote for.
Yes.
I think they might not like that.
No.
I think what might work quite nicely is if we do one with what we know is coming out. So in the third week, we plan to have out the skill, I don't know, thingy, this, that, or the other, you know, and maybe make a thread around that might work rather than what we.
Maybe not just about what's coming out as well, like what we're planning on polling, what we plan on making the dev blogs about for this month. So.
Yeah. Now, just so happens on Monday, we have a new guy. We need to be much louder as well, guys, if you can't see that. What we have happening on Monday is a new CM guy starts, so it'll be a great first job for him to start working on something like that, maybe for the beginning of July.
We're going to need a bigger couch.
We're going to need.
God damn it!
We just got big enough, and then we'll need another one. It's not on. It's not on, is it? Never mind. Never mind. That was from RS Key for that question was, by the way. Menaceman22 says, "Will the dev blog for the new continent be this week?" That's you, Dan.
Next week.
Next
I
week.
think you pushed it back to next week.
Pushed it back to next week. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's next week. I think purely because Matt wanted to get something else more important out this week.
Well, as important maybe.
As important.
Yes.
But that's next week. That just gives me more time to write.
Yes.
And make
Also, I
it
kind
good,
of took a load of his time to make another Clan Wars arena for us.
Which one did you do? You did the big one,
I
didn't
did
you?
Gridlock.
Gridlock, yes.
The 4x4.
Yes,
Or
I've probably
2x2.
got a question about that later as well, probably.
Really?
Yeah, probably. There are a good 30,
A lot of
40
people are
questions
saying
there.
louder still.
Still, it's as loud as
Yes.
it goes.
I'm not sure if they're saying louder to Matt though, because I'm very loud.
I said perfect, someone said. So we're going to keep talking, and you might have to turn your volume up if you can't hear us properly.
Yeah, someone's saying sound is fine, so they've probably got the volume turned down on the stream or something.
Okay.
Right. HTID Joe, he says, is it possible for a loot share system in your CC where everyone's damage is added up and the loot goes to the highest hitter? That's one for you.
Well, the support we got for Clan Wars could also be used for that. In fact, those engine features were created back in 07 for writing loot share, and I kind of, well, bastardised them to make Clan Wars out of it back in the day. So it'd be nice to do it the other way round and take what we were given for Clan Wars and make loot share out of it. There's a few more things we need from the engine guys. There's also the problem of item values. Like, loot share relies on knowing how much things are worth relative to each other. And at the moment the game has no idea how much things are worth relative to each other. So we either need to just make it a very vague loot share system that works off alc prices or something, or wait until there is a trade system in game that does know prices. But I don't see that coming.
Cool. Alex Campion, he asks, when you're not on your JMod accounts, what's the favourite thing that you do in game? Start with you, John. What's your favourite thing you do in game?
Oh no, that's going to take a minute. Move on.
Alfred.
Probably splashing chickens, being AFK. No, I'm joking. Probably PKing.
Moaning about 2 defense.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I've moaned about 2 defense.
Yeah. You just got a newbie main.
What's
Go
yours,
play your
Sam?
newbie main.
I bank stand. I only bank stand. I just stand at a bank and I chat. I don't really do anything these days.
Yeah.
Bank standing.
My spare time for RuneScape tends to be used programming RuneScape.
That's very
This is
true. I like thieving. That's not a slight on me as a person, but I just like nicking stuff from NPCs that walk around. And John,
Yeah, it's,
you've been thinking hard.
I have. It's a difficult question. It's anything but mining and hunting. Probably RuneCraft. I really enjoyed RuneCraft.
RuneCraft, he is that man. Right, Christoph9222 asks, regarding new spells, which has been talked about, any chance of doing a PDC competition letting us create spells?
There's absolutely no reason why not to.
No, absolutely.
Yep.
We haven't
I mean,
actually planned any of the future PDCs either. So
No, not really. I think we haven't really put too much effort into planning a new spellbook, so that could be a good opportunity to get community feedback on it, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can do something like that in the future.
That sounds good. I'm trying to think when the next PDC is due.
No idea.
No, I think it's September. You know, every week I do this. I sit there and I don't bring down a big sheet of paper that says everything that we're doing on it. And
I think it's post-summer.
Then I can pick it up and just go, look, that's when we're planning on doing it.
I think it was post-summer.
Yeah, I think it's around September time. I think it seems to ring a bell. But anyway, there we go. Mr. Jackson Jack says, old school forums, please. Perhaps even a PvP section. Like I said earlier, we've got a new CM guy starting on Monday, so I think we're going to have a look at some forums. I think we want certainly want a announcement forum so we can get all the official old school stuff in one place. Anything else you guys want to say?
I think our own dev blog forum, because at the moment our dev blogs are merged with their dev blogs.
Yeah, I think in the announcement forum we've probably put the dev blogs in there as well, so it's all
just to archive it all. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Anything else you guys really want to see?
Well, he talked about a PvP one.
Yeah, absolutely. The PvP's big. You guys got anything you want to see? Shout it in the chat if you have any forums you want to see.
I'm so much in pancakes now. I want pancakes. I made pancakes this morning.
Right, there we go. Let's see if anybody comes up with some ideas for that. Right, what we got? I'm Ben 8910. He says, I guess it's from someone called Ben, I guess. Have you or will you reach a point in old school where it feels like updated graphics would make it modern?
Not really, considering if I wanted that, I wouldn't be working on old school. Especially, I think that's something you just have to accept when you're playing old school. Really,
yeah, I think the old school graphics are part of the core of old school, and I'd be pushing aside the fact that to update the game completely graphically would be near impossible task for our team anyway. It's just one of those things that is old school and what makes it what it is.
Yeah, so new graphics would indeed make it modern, and that's probably why we shouldn't do it.
That's so true. Yeah. Okay, so what are we up to next? Warrior 07RS, he says, could you take a look at the drop tables of Hellhounds?
They have drop tables?
Yeah, I think that's the problem, yeah.
They do actually have a drop table, it's just there's nothing apart from a clue scroll.
There's a clue scroll on it, which Ash actually fixed the other day.
Oh yes, I accidentally nerfed it a few weeks back and then de-nerfed it the week after. Sorry.
There we go, so I think we
had this idea about Hellhound fur, and maybe you could, well, collect their hides, make something out of it. Something for rangers or mages.
An outfit to go with the imp mask.
Yeah. We already have imp hide in
Maybe
RS3 at least.
Maybe its tail could be attached to it when you're wearing an outfit made from its fur.
Oh, taking out anything signature, I'd be happy enough to write a basic drop table for them.
Yeah.
A few alcohols, coins, etc.
There we go. So, tweet John with ideas for the drop table. There you go. Job done. Tudor 255, no, 225, sorry. Would we be able to see any new quests which have multiple parts in them, like Recipe for Disaster, any time in the future? Go Dan.
Yes, I hope so. That's coming. Well, a dev blog for it is coming very soon, I hope. You want a big quest like Recipe for Disaster. I want to go one step further and do that times 10. Coming soon. I don't really have very many details on it yet, so I'll keep you posted with that one.
I seem to remember there were 10 of us writing Recipe of Disaster at the time.
Yeah. no pressure, Dan.
Yeah, I know.
Just thought I'd say that.
We started writing it.
No.
I think we want to do the continent first, then look at quest after.
I've put more effort into the continent so far than I have any quest.
Cool. Right, Game Filter Toggle by Ashton Griswold.
I started that about an hour ago. I did a quick search for the entire repository to try and find everywhere I might need to update it with a game filter. And it returned 16,105 lines.
Nice.
Most of which I am going to change, all of which I'm going to need to change manually. Because the messages do vary, so sometimes you might see you accidentally roast a lobster or you accidentally cook the shark or something. So the message is always different, so I have to try and find the right message. At the same time, some messages start with ... soon after another line, so I have to go through every single instance where this has happened and then try and change it manually. So it is a massive ball ache, but I've started that an hour ago, and I would hope to have that out to you. I want Thursday.
I think you'll struggle for next week because we're out for a day. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Probably the week after next.
I've started it first because it's the biggest job on the list, and
I started
frankly,
on the
after doing Clan Wars earlier today, I got really, really sick and tired of seeing you can't move because you are frozen 100 times on my screen. So I figured I'd do that one first.
Yeah. Right, so what we got? Skidad says stamina potions. When will they be released?
I'll be working on that pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow.
There you go.
Yes, tomorrow, so hopeful release next week, week after.
Next
So-
week, I imagine, unless I do it wrong.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Doesn't happen often.
It's just that we are going to lose a day, so
Yeah.
Don't want to promise too much, and it'll come.
Yes, absolutely. Kaz RS says, any news on Jag? There is news. I can't tell you what that news is yet, but keep your ears peeled, eyes peeled, whatever. We'll tell you soon.
only you can peel your ears.
Yes, analogy in there somewhere. Okay, Ownage OMGRS says, when will free-to-play be permanent? Simple answer to that is we don't know yet. What we're doing at the moment is we're collecting all the data to find out what's worked, what hasn't worked. We had a great start to it. We had an awful lot of hype behind the free-to-play, and now it's calming down a bit. We're sort of collecting the data on what it does when it's in a bit more of a calmer state. And once we've got that data, we can look at what the next step should be. Yes, which goes in right into your next question by the same guy, which is, will we get a poll offering additional free-to-play content such as teleblock and new bows? And once we know what's going on with free-to-play, then I think we could probably look at doing some free-to-play updates.
Yeah, I've got a handful of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the teleblock thing, I think it seems good.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So when we know what's happening with free-to-play, we'll then look a bit more on free-to-play.
Would free-to-play be voting in a poll if it was
Yes.
about free-to-play?
Yeah.
Cool.
If it was, oh yeah, that's a point. Yeah, no, we can do. That's an easy thing to do, isn't it? We
Yeah,
just
we can.
change that thing to say that, and then it works. But before free-to-play
Technical,
happens
yeah.
as a permanent addition, we will obviously poll free-to-play to the members, and only the members will vote on it. Yeah, there we go. So you might all vote no that you don't want free-to-play, then it won't happen.
I don't see that
happening.
being likely.
No, it seems to be quite popular at the moment, so let's keep it there. Toxic Death says, will you be keeping the 07 themes such as graphics and attack styles?
Yeah, I don't see
I
any
hope
reason to
so.
change them.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody would want them to change anyway.
no, absolutely,
Well,
absolutely.
the point if we go messing with that.
Yeah. One of the most important questions that I was sent today, and this is this sort of deadly serious question, which I wanted to cover from RS Effigy. It's do you like sausages? Now, John has a story about
I
sausages.
do. I love sausages. And a couple of the... Was it the Wilderness?
It was the Wilderness
yeah.
playthrough, yeah.
Yeah, we had some players come in and help us test and play around with the Wilderness bosses and various Wilderness content back in February. And we have a canteen at the office, so we went for breakfast. And all I wanted was some sausages. And the only thing that they had none of was sausages. So in my rage, I just asked for everything else and ate it with a...
With a fork. And no sausages.
resentfully.
Yes. In fact, even asked for stuff that he didn't like.
I did, and I was eating mushrooms.
I'm gonna eat these 'cause
Not a
of
big
the-
fan of mushrooms.
No, they offend every sense. They're awful.
Alfred, sausages.
Yeah, I like frankfurters.
Dan?
Yeah, I love all sausages.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to start doing black pudding. Looks like sausages, but tastes so much more than sausages.
You say that, my local butcher had black pudding and Stilton sausages the other day,
Ooh.
and they were lovely. I like sausages. There we go.
This is a butcher, not
So
far
now
from
we've
here.
answered the important question. I think we might as well just stop the stream and
Yeah.
there's no point carrying on, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep,
just
right,
leave it there.
we'll see you tomorrow.
Right, so next question we have is by Elu2. He says, would it be possible to give monsters more than 255 health in the future?
We need engine support for that, but it's something that's on our list.
I have investigated it, and I will hopefully have a go at doing that myself very soon.
Exciting.
It's very annoying that we can cap out some of the better bosses at 255. We do have ways around it, such as respawning the NPC immediately on death, or having a second stage, as it were, like Vitan in the Wilderness has his second orange version. That is our cheap way around it. We don't like it. We would rather have NPCs with much more health. With the corp that's currently being worked on in spare time, it'd be unfeasible to have that just keep cycling for its 10, 20k HP, whatever it had.
The other,
So,
the other cheaper way of doing it is to see how much damage is being done, and then just reduce the hit points by less than that. So every time you do 10 damage, reduce his hit points by 1, even though the splat said 10. Like when we go around on our tank J-mods.
Yeah.
But I don't like that.
Again, that's a very hacky thing to do, and we don't really want to be doing that for every NPC that has a high amount of hit points. So having the NPC cap lifted would be very nice. I'll try to do it very soon.
I can't think why it's there either, because I don't think the other combat stats are capped there.
No, it isn't. Not that I've seen.
They're mad.
They're mad. There you go, it's official. Sarcastic Sven has a question specifically for you, Dan.
Yeah, he would do.
Right, his question is, we have a drum roll, Sunday.
Drum roll.
Describe Zanuck in 5 words.
I was about to say something I would regret right there immediately. I'm glad RS3 killed her. Done.
Nice,
There you
nice. Score.
I agree.
I did ask Mod John A why there wasn't a chat option at the end of Chosen Commander for asking Zanuck to marry you, but he didn't seem to understand why I'd want that, so it never got done.
No, I think nobody would really.
Again, I nearly said something I'd regret there. I hate that NPC. Worst NPC ever.
Dr. Blackstone says, this is quite an interesting question. How does the Grim Reaper feel about necromancy? What race is the Grim Reaper? Is the Grim Reaper a necromancer or a niche?
Grim Reaper's my my form avatar, basically. Well, Death is a Grim Reaper, though, isn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
How does Death feel?
how does Death feel? I don't know.
Impartial. don't really care.
Death feels generally impartial about everything.
Just as it comes, really.
I suppose he might feel like, well, the trash collectors do if people then go to the dump and start constructing stuff out of the things in the landfill pile.
Is that what? So it normally happens in Cambridge, perhaps?
I really am glad not to know. But that would be the answer I'd give.
Yes. Anyway, interesting question, fully unanswered there, I think. KSK Divine says, make untradables not drop on death, so you can't be frozen from things like void and fire capes.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Why is
so
that,
you want
Alfred?
to be able to completely gear up in quite powerful gear, risk nothing, and not even lose your untradables. Yeah, sounds it's a little bit broken.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit broken. Indeed. So I don't think that's going to happen. Dr. Pepper 1 says, can you upgrade the giant mole drop table?
We did. We added elites on last week.
huge expansion right there.
Yeah.
It's got quite a good drop rate, to be fair.
I still want a mole pet.
Yes, a mole pet would be nice.
I've
I
got
want pets for all bosses.
coming up, actually, I think.
And also, like, nests that give you better seeds, perhaps from Wyson, after you, or Wydin, or whatever his name is, when you take the claws to him.
Yeah, that could be done.
I think
Maybe
actually
someone
a rework of the moles table's already on the list.
I
So,
think it vaguely rings a bell.
Well, it seems like a good idea, because it's been needing it. It was needing it up until RS3 did it, frankly, and we haven't had that.
that was only a few months ago.
Yes. We want an XP counter, says, what's cheesecake?
It's on the list. It's something we'd have liked to do, but it's not a small job, and we couldn't slip it on alongside all the other big jobs we keep taking on. So it's the next big job, but one or but two or something.
Yes.
It'll come.
Yeah.
Just so many other things seem to need to come first.
Sweet.
They seem to like the mole pet.
Yes,
Yes,
I think
that would look pretty good.
I think we need to look at pets. Alex Campion has another question. He says, how does the game figure out what loot the player will get from a clue scroll?
It's calculated when you click open on the casket.
So loot isn't predetermined. So for all those people that go, I can't drop this clue might be third age. You're right, it might be third age, but that isn't predetermined. When you click the casket at the end, that's when it cycles through and picks the loot you get. We do use random number generators for things like that. So we will say, you know, let's roll a dice. That dice will roll between 1 and a certain number that we put there. It will then go through the list after it's picked a number, and it will look for an item which matches or is as close to or is under that value, and it will return an object, and it will keep on doing that all the way through. So at the moment for clue scrolls, at least, clue scrolls have the same chance of having every item. So
Most items.
most items.
There is
do.
mega rare tables.
So obviously instead of landing on an item, it will land on another drop table, and that drop table will take you to the mega rare drop table, which includes things like third age and gilded, I believe, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So,
well, actually, if you take hards as an example, you have between 2 and 4 rolls at the rare table, which includes everything from Robin Hood hat to trimmed rune, etc. And one of those goes to a sub table, which is the mega rare table. And then there's a third table. If you don't land on the rare, it will go to the so-called non-rare one, which has all the basic rune items, black dragon hides, prayer pages, teleport scrolls, etc.
There we go.
Just to answer a very quick question from the stream, someone says, does Ring of Wealth work for clue scrolls? Ring of Wealth doesn't work full stop.
Just
if Ring of Wealth was to work, it would only work for NPC skill tables, drop tables, and it doesn't work for that. So
Yeah. On a monster that drops gems off the standard list, like your Sapphire, Emerald, your Ruby, etc., the Ring of Wealth makes you slightly more likely to get one of those rather than nothing. And also on that list leads to rare things like the Dragon Spear, the Dragon Shield Half. The Ring of Wealth makes you slightly more likely to get those rather than nothing. but not by very much, and they're not particularly useful items, most of them. You can also get better loot from Shades of Morton chests, slightly, and more feathers if you kill the evil chicken. These are the things that the Ring of Wealth checks for.
Someone decided that that's exactly what everyone was doing.
Yep.
That was
And,
me.
Well, why would you
Oh,
kill
it was
anything
you?
else?
Well, I'd been asked to write the frickin' evil chicken, and I thought, well, it drops feathers. I know what, I'll check for the Ring of Wealth and give more feathers.
So you thought you'd be consistent by being inconsistent with what people were actually doing.
I like feathers.
Well, I don't know about you, but whenever I do combat, it is specifically to gain gems, dragon spears,
Exactly.
and feathers.
That's all I play RuneScape for.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah. In fact, I don't think it's worthwhile doing any other sort of
No.
thing.
No.
Yeah.
Don't know why you bothered maxing.
In fact, more or less. I think we should delete mining.
So,
Sneak that one in there.
on that note, this chap here, whose name is, I'm going to fail at pronouncing, but I'm going to try anyway. Fjej Vobel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know.
He has quite a few interesting questions. One of them is, why doesn't Lumbridge Castle have any guards?
Because they're not at war.
It's not under attack.
There we go. Answer that
Yet.
one. Lots of goblins out the back, so you would have thought they'd be worried about those.
Yeah, all these pesky adventurers keep spawning and killing them, though.
That's true.
Maybe Hans is the guard, and he just sucks.
Or maybe
No
it's
comment.
maybe it's like the good old
At being
days
a
where
guard.
the Duke actually fights himself. The Duke himself protects his own castle.
Yeah, maybe.
I suppose nobody has yet stolen the castle, so it's clearly working.
Well, I suppose it might explain why that big battle's going out the back of it in RS3, of course. Because there were no guards there to stop it from happening.
Yeah.
If they had a level 21 guard, that would never have happened. Exactly.
And maybe if there was guards, someone wouldn't have stolen the statue.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like in Falador, where there are guards and they just talk while you're stealing the statue.
Right, so the question I suppose is, should we add some guards to Lumbridge? Do
Uh,
we feel it is a better use of our time?
There's probably enough guards in the map, I think. If Lumbridge can't afford to hire guards, then that's their own fiscal business.
Yes, that sounds good to me. Save Me Link RS, he asks, where do you see Old School RS heading in the next 6 months?
Well, the next
Go
week
as you
months,
Yeah, that's pretty much the answer, really.
Is he asking, do we have our own visions, or where do we think it will actually be?
Well, I'm guessing he probably thinks we have our own visions. Where would you like to see it in 6 months?
over there.
Over
No,
there.
still growing, getting bigger, and with more awesome content.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome content. I want Quark to be out in the next 6 months.
Absolutely, yeah.
I want to really focus a lot more on esports. So Clan Wars is very competitive, and I think we can really do something very, 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 very innovative and clever with that, and sort of really introduce a lot more competitive Clan Wars with a sort of main stage, and where we invite the best clans to sort of really compete against each other. And I want to sort of elaborate more on that with possibly other mini games, which really sort of targets people's specific skills against each other and all that ranking up. So I want to see esports sort of play some role in Old School myself.
I want to see his continent with with a couple of cool mini games on it.
Yes. On top of all that, because I want to see all that too, I want a new website.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that'd be quite nice.
Yes, which I think, fingers crossed, might well happen in the next 6 months.
Old school skinned forums, maybe.
Maybe.
And avatars would be really nice, but they've told us we can't have that.
Yes.
Actually, by then, I do hope that we can finally do static spawns, because I've wanted those for a while.
It's on the engine wish list. Unfortunately, it was underneath quite a few other things on the
Yes.
engine wish list.
Oh, I wanted everything above it more.
That's good. Fedge Vobel has another question. Why is an overgrown cat worth 300 death runes?
Sorry about that.
This is,
Isn't it 100 death runes?
I thought
he says 300.
Maybe mistaken.
Yeah.
I think so.
Why couldn't you sell your cat?
you know the dwarves in the underground pass. They're sitting there by the death altar, right? So they can get hold of death runes, and they give you stew. But there's not much down there to eat. I mean, there's spiders, but there's not much else down there. So what was talked about a long time ago, I think I was talking to Mod Dylan about this, was you take these cats to West Ardoyne, but it's not getting rid of all the rats there. So clearly they're not using the cats for that. They must be maybe selling them to the dwarves for death runes, which is how the people of West Ardoyne get death runes. And the dwarves make stew. So that was the thought about what's going on there with the cats and the death runes.
Make your own connection there, I think. IB Future asks, can you make veteran capes for people who use accounts older than 7 years?
Well, Old School's only a year and a half old, not even that, 16 months. If we ever reach 7 years, which is an odd number, so I'm assuming that whoever sent this in has an
Probably
account
got
that's 7
7-year-old
years
account,
old.
I'm guessing. Yeah, I would assume it probably is.
Well, 2007 to 2014-ish.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, yeah.
That's true. But no, this year we had an event where you got an item for being here for 1 year, which was the cow mask. I'm sure we can do something every year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when we do hit 5 and 10, which hopefully we will do, we can have something even bigger. Like a really big cow
A
mask.
bull mask.
Yes.
You have to be very
Remainder
careful.
of the outfit.
Yeah, we have got the graphics for the remainder of the outfit. They just need a bit of fixing, but you could totally do that.
Yeah, maybe when we get our graphics artist, we can... Oh, wait.
It's a ghastly looking cow suit. Especially the way the tail sticks through the front.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's quite weird.
Oh, dear.
I haven't seen this. This is news.
He does look very retarded.
Yeah.
We thought of launching it as the wonky-tailed cow outfit, but then thought we probably just... You wouldn't like that very much.
It's quite the Ann Summers outfit.
But it doesn't help that the spots are not very well attached to the rest of it, so when you walk around, the spots stay still.
I just see a lot of people saying Mod Ash mask. I'll leave that one in your court.
Right.
I'm not having him model me.
Draw me like one of your
Say
French
that.
girls.
Seek help.
Right, so on that note, Domini Cobley has a question which I think is going to cause a fair bit of rage, so which is why it's here.
I must saw from them.
From you guys, I think from Dan in particular, and probably from others, although I could be wrong.
You keep looking at me.
Right, he says, would it be possible to put Elemental Workshop 3 and 4 into Old School?
I would
Yes
love
and
to.
No.
I would love to.
I tell you what, the guy who wrote that, he's not here anymore, and I have ultimate respect for him. He is a genius, and what he can do with puzzles is blows my mind. But no, I could never replicate what he did.
I can.
In the way he done it, no.
In the way he did it, probably not.
Could you do what Dylan did?
There's a fair few engine features what we not got, but we could probably copy what Dylan did if we thought that was the best use of our time.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the screen there, and
See all the notes.
I'm thinking they don't think
Yeah, I
it's the
think
best use
it's
of our time.
not the best use of our time.
Well, I think we can put some challenging puzzles somewhere. It doesn't have to be in a
Dylan
quest.
was a puzzle mastermind.
Oh, yeah.
I love puzzles.
He-
I'm not so good at writing them, but
I remember
can solve.
working on a few projects with him, and he was, instead of fixing the bugs I was sending him, he was designing a puzzle tattoo that he was going to have. And he worked on this thing for weeks. I'm not sure whether he got it or not. I don't think he did. But he really cares about his puzzles. So I don't think I could ever walk in those footsteps. I would never want to.
Well,
So-
given that one of the first amazing puzzles he came up with was the Temple of Light, how many more puzzles of that nature would the players like us to try and create for them?
MEP2 is not bad, unless you've got like 55 agility.
Well, yeah, you can't really cross that barrier, but it's a tricky puzzle.
It's solvable.
Of course it is, otherwise it wouldn't be in there. T-Gaming Related says, where are them Halos?
Next
Yeah,
week.
they're all done. They're ready to be shipped out next week. I think it's 300 tickets per.
Yeah, stick 'em on next week. 300 tickets, get your tickets in.
Yeah.
There you
Job
go.
done.
Newcastle.
Easy peasy. Purify RS says, if you each had to be a fruit, great question. What fruit would you be, John?
Ooh, come back to me.
Didn't realise it was such a difficult question.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Tomato? Yeah.
'Cause it's just, I just want to stick a spanner in the works.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It annoys a lot of people.
I'll be an orange because I'm really annoying.
I often do look at an orange and think, why? Just why? Get out my sight.
Have you not seen the, what's it called?
Annoying
called
Orange.
Annoying Orange,
Yeah.
yeah. The
You should have seen me
videos.
had an orange yesterday. I made a mess of that. I opened this orange, just went literally everywhere. It's like,
There you
oh,
go,
for
annoying
God's
orange.
sake.
Conversations we have. You got one yet, Ash?
I see myself as a pineapple.
Is that because
Any elaboration on that?
No. What possible elaboration could I want to give to that?
Come on, John.
I really don't know. Guava.
Guava.
a guava?
Yes.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah, they are, because I like guava.
What would you be?
I don't know. I
Lemon.
can't think of one.
Butternut
Lemon.
squash.
Butternut. Is it a fruit?
I don't know what it is.
No, it's veggie.
Try
It's a
and
gourd.
sound cool by saying a dragon fruit, but that wouldn't be that representative, really.
You're a lemon.
a passion fruit because you look at it and you think, what the hell? And you open it, you're like, oh, I see.
And how is he like that?
I don't know.
You look at it and say, what the hell?
What's the
No, I
oldest,
think it's-
weirdest raisin?
Raisin.
There you go.
So I'm a withered plum.
There you go.
I think we should extend this. This is a great question.
Is not avocado a fruit?
We do have two other
Yeah.
people in the room. I think it's only fair we ask
Yes.
them. So
What
we
James
have
do?
What
James. What would your fruit be?
A cucumber, there you go.
What the f-
I'm just going back apple again because I like it.
Apple,
An
because he likes
apple.
it. And Simon? Butternut squash.
So I
Butternut
told
squash.
you, the butternut squash.
It's a veg.
Is
It is
actually a
vegetable.
Is it a vegetable? I just know it's the funniest looking fruit ever, or food ever.
Fruit? So,
Or an aubergine looks pretty funny.
That's horrible.
yes, anyway, that was a nice question, that. Thank you, Purify RS. All right, Domini Cobley has another question. He says, could there potentially be a mini-game competition in the future?
Yes,
I think they could be.
when I was talking about esports earlier, that's something I want to look at. Pitching people against each other in mini games. So Clan Wars is the perfect platform for it, as delivered today by Ash. Having like the Clan Cup that we had, we can do that properly now. And anything else in the future, I would love to be able to do competitive esports and get people pitching against each other. I'd really like to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Kaita RS says, when can we expect the Odium and Male Diction Ward redesigns?
Soon.
Soon when I get time. Whenever I have time, I'll just redesign old content, really.
He does that,
Be nice.
Yeah,
I was writing up a list for you earlier, actually, of things
Yeah.
to consider to redesign. I think you already did the Dragon Pickaxe.
yeah, yeah. That's ready. I think that's. Does that need to be polled?
Yeah, I think we'll poll them. Say,
Hold a
May as
reskin.
well.
Yeah, okay.
would you prefer this one or this one?
I think that'll be easy polls, won't they?
Occult
So
Necklace as well. We can
Don't
maybe
want
do.
to operate it to switch between the two or something.
Yes. Oh dear, right. So what's the next one? Ambler3 says, this is another great question. What's the worst glitch that's been encountered while testing OSRS pre-releases?
Ooh.
What's the worst thing I've done that you found?
There's so many. Well, no, the other day you were fixing something, a clue scroll thing for me, and
Yeah.
if I killed any monster that could drop a clue, that dropped anything, you just disconnected.
Yeah, but I said I knew exactly what that was and I hadn't fixed it because I was reworking on something else, so I'd fixed that at the same time. So I noticed that mistake immediately. That wasn't just, oh, 1 sec.
Oh, I know actually. Just before we released the Smoke Devil boss and the
Oh,
Kraken
yeah,
boss,
okay.
yeah. Instead of dropping one occult necklace and one, was it tentacle? I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just the occult necklace.
Oh, yeah,
that
just
was
one
like-
occult necklace. It dropped 150 because you copy and pasted the coal line and forgot to change the number.
What's the worst thing I found
kept
when
that.
testing things that you and Nexus wrote? I don't think it was anything.
Most of
because
actually,
both of you just didn't write anything wrong.
well, you've seen Clan Wars go out today. We've not had a single issue come up with here.
No.
Had a guy say there's a bug where you can see people on the minimap when they're in the viewing orbs, and the reason for that is I can't find a darn way to make it not happen.
That's not a bug. That's
Mm.
just
A
Gen-
limitation.
General testing, the worst. I found many dupes, many infinite stalls, many sort of ways of getting between areas you shouldn't be able to get to.
The money pouch incident.
The money pouch incident. I found all sorts of sort of really dangerous exploits during my time as testing. I was a tester for a year and a half.
When I was-
So-
That's what you were telling me the other day, where it just stopped the game from working. What was that?
I deployed a fix once. It was meant to make all the makeovers and haircuts free for a week. What it actually did was cause any NPC when you spoke to them to say, "Would you like a haircut?" and then kick you offline. What happened there was it was compiled against a different version of the game from a week earlier, which meant that the code IDs didn't line up right. So you end up with this code being called where it should not be, like everywhere, and then kicking you offline when it realised it wasn't working. That had, well, Andrew just rebooted RuneScape and the problem went away, and we recompiled it against the right version and deployed what we were aiming for in the first place. But yeah, I did technically kill RuneScape such that all you could get was haircuts and then being kicked offline.
Haircutscape.
You didn't even get the haircut.
I think the funniest one I heard about was I think it was Jack Mob. It was updating some player watch related things, and it did it so that if you just went near a yew tree, you were banned.
Yeah, I had to tidy up after that mess. It wasn't very nice.
I imagine that was a long night.
It wasn't pleasant.
I did one once where if you tried to withdraw a large number of items from your bank or deposit a large number of items into your bank, you got crashed offline because it was now processing too much script for every item. And if you wanted to withdraw, say, 10,000 coins, that would be too much for it to handle. We were trying to fix the bank to handle the new satchels from the Tower of Life quest that had just gone out. Lord alone knows what they were for, to be honest, but if you got a whole load of those and put them in the bank checks didn't work because they'd never seen items before that didn't stack in your bank. And my first attempt to rectify this was not quite successful. We've got it now.
Tripwire Gaming asked a question saying, how far down the line would you say the extra bank space is?
Out.
Done.
Yes, there we go. Somebody didn't read today's
Unless
update.
you want more already.
Indeed.
If they did, how do you get 152 more items today?
A lot of satchels.
Maybe he's found a tea flask.
I didn't know they existed. I had to look it up.
Yeah, up until today, if you got a cup of tea and went into a no drinks duel in the duel arena, you could not drink your cup of tea, but you could pour it into the tea flask and drink it there. That was stupid.
Yes.
Got to have a tea flask, but
So John Thigh, he says, what's your favourite quest? We'll go to John last this time so he has a chance to think
Thank
first. So Ash, what's your favourite quest?
Chosen Commander by Mod John A.
Dan.
it is a toss-up between While Gothic Sleeps and Ritual of the Marjorat. It'll have to be for me. Or anything to do with the Wise Old Man, because that's just ridiculous.
I've only really done pure quests, so I'm going to say
Yeah, you don't count.
Desert Treasure, Monkey Madness.
Which are two awful quests.
I like them.
Oh, God.
The only ones I really
I
wanted.
don't mind MM's okay, but no, favourite quest we've got in Old School would be Swan Song, but Ritual of the Majorette, written by Paul Gow, was incredible.
Let's have one of those two.
Well, he was the man.
Yes, I like all the pirate ones just because I like pirates. So.
Well, I like the pirate storyline as
Yeah.
well. Do we have
Probably
Rocking
my
out?
No.
There we go. Right, okay, so we're nearly up with questions. So Kevin PKRI says, can you remove the attack option on your own teammates in Clan Wars?
For the moment, the engine has no facility for showing different ops on different players. There are various features in the game to let you change the order of the ops, like if you wear the wilderness capes, then you'll be able to change which people you see left-click attack on. But we can't offer different ops on different people for the moment. I don't think RS3 got that engine feature until, well, I'm not sure they've even got it now.
So a bit of work to be done there.
Nice, but there's some pretty specific stuff there that the engine would have to learn how to handle, and in different places as well.
Right, last question. SD Chargers Ninja says, will any type of new pets be polled soon? Dan, I think it's what.
Well, we did poll the God Wars pets I made sort of late last year, and they didn't pass. The feedback from that was very clear, and we addressed that most of that actually with the Chaos Elemental pet. I think now going forwards, the likelihood is we'll probably look to re-poll them sometime soon because they have been cropping up an awful lot.
Yeah.
People did want them, but they just didn't want them with the facilities and features that we had before. We've now addressed a lot of that. We can now hide the ops on other people's pets, so you're not forever right-clicking somebody else's pets. We're not going to make them spam anything, so you don't have to worry about your screen being taken up by hundreds of lines of things that you don't want to see. And we've removed them from the minimap and whatnot. So I think we can probably go ahead and poll some more pets.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
think
every boss can have its own pet, perhaps?
I have all the pets of God Wars already done. They've been done for a long time now. I think John said for a long time he wanted mini Dagonoth King pets.
I said that in my interview.
We've got, in your
Dagonoth
interview.
Prince.
Cool.
We've got the Dagonoth Princes, yeah. We have the Chaos
Chin
Elemental
Chomper.
pet.
I want a
Um,
Chin Chomper pet.
You just want a Chin Chomper. That's not even a
Yeah.
boss, you just want a Chin
I just want a
Chomper.
Chin Chomper
You
following
can
me.
have a whole
Okay.
stack of Chin Chomp.
But yeah, we can do one. We
Yeah.
can do one for the Cowfight Queen.
Two for the Calfight Queen.
Yeah, so I was just thinking, we could have just the one that changes forms if you talk to it or something.
Occasionally just evolves.
Yeah, something like
We
that.
have a Mod Ash pet that just sort of walks along.
What other bosses do we have? Giant Mole,
Yeah, so
God Wars.
Mini Jad, here
Oh,
we go.
wilderness bosses as
Jad
well.
has Tech Wreck, I think it was called, something like that.
Barrows, pets.
So yeah, we could add pets for pretty much anything, but
Callisto.
just giant mini bear, well, giant mini bear following you.
Bear Cub.
Pokemonscape.
Callisto Cub.
Yeah,
Mini Scorpio.
I think we'll look to poll those sometime soon because they are really easy to do. There's no, they don't take a lot of time at all. It's not a waste of our time. We can knock out a single pet in maybe 2 or 3 minutes. It's not that hard at all.
We should
So-
probably look into the restrictions to stop you taking them onto places like the trawler. Because
Dual Arena comes to mind as well.
Yeah, but making a pet is really easy, so I guess we'll investigate that soon.
Cool. So, well, we've run out of questions, so that means we've got, what, about 20 minutes? So if you've got questions, stick them in the chat, and we're watching what you're saying now. So
There was a
Right
question
from it.
asking if we were all Northerners. I forget who asked it, but I'd like to shoot them.
depends what you call Northerners. If it's compared to Spain, then I suppose we are.
No, I'm from the south.
Why would it be compared to Spain?
I don't know. It depends where this guy is.
Well,
If he's
the
living in
south of the
Spain,
UK
he says
is-
we're all Northerners. You know, if it's northern Spain, well, we all are. So you know, yeah, it's quite reasonable.
I'm like half an hour from you, I think.
Yeah, I'm from London.
I'm from London too, which is also about half an hour.
From
Yeah, I'm from London originally, North London.
Ash doesn't come from a plane.
Ash comes from
existence.
2376.
I come from Derby.
There's nothing interesting in Derby. You must be coming from somewhere else.
I moved to Cambridge.
Oh man, look at these questions they're rifling in and now.
Full
so
screen.
quickly.
What you got?
No, I can't be bothered with that one.
Grand Exchange. We talk about Grand Exchange. We've polled the trading post, haven't we? Which has gone through, where people can put up offers of what they want to sell. Now, some of the things we can do on top of that is we can do things like if you're not online, your offer won't appear. So you know if you're trading through the trading post, every offer that's on there is somebody who's logged in at the time. We can also put you in touch with that person much more easily to do the sale. So there's all sorts of bits and bobs we can do with that. But the poll for the whole GE didn't pass. It only went as far as the trading post. So that's where we are with that. We need to sit down with Engine next week. I think we're going to
Work out what
And,
they need to do and which bits we can do ourselves.
Yes, exactly. So figure out how it's going to work out, what extra commands we need. So that'll be a job for next week, which will be quite cool. What are the questions we've got coming in? Livid Farm. Who wants to take Livid Farm?
No one wants to take Livid Farm.
I think that answers that one, doesn't it?
It's, in my opinion, a very, very poorly designed piece of content. It's not fun, it's too long, it doesn't get anything beneficial out of it. I'd much rather give you things like that from a quest or from a new spellbook,
Or not at all.
or just not at all. I don't see why you should spend a minimum of 40 hours repairing a fence and telling somebody they're doing a good job who doesn't do anything. So I'd like to move on from Livid Farm.
Yeah.
I mean, if people want the specific farming reward type things that come from it, we can write those
Yes.
without Livid Farm.
Bounty Hunter, somebody mentioned. That's another one for you, Dan.
We actually talked quite extensively about Bounty Hunter at an offsite we had pretty recently.
It's quite a while ago.
It is
now,
actually
thinking
quite a
about
while
it.
ago.
We should have
It was
another
April.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lunch was good.
Most of last year we were very hyped up about Bounty Hunter. We said that we'd, or at least I did, it was something I was very focused on doing, something very focused on delivering. Since then we've had a lot of criticisms about PvP worlds taking away too many people from the wilderness, and obviously there were some criticisms today with Clan Wars doing the same thing. Whilst that might not necessarily be true, we don't particularly want to get or run the risk of taking people out of certain areas, because then we start segmenting the community even more, and you find there's fewer people in PvP worlds, there's fewer people in the wilderness. And if we did have Bounty Hunter, you might find there's fewer people in there because they're still split out across all three worlds. So I think with Bounty Hunter, one of the challenges we have is to find a way of implementing it without impacting on the existing PKing areas. Now, either we talk to you about it and come to a decision where we either just bite the bullet and do it anyway. We accept that we are going to have impact on the community. We change it slightly so it's not the Bounty Hunter you remember, or I don't know. It's just sort of any feedback with that. But Bounty Hunter worked really, really well because back in the time it was around, there was no wilderness. We have a wilderness and we have PvP worlds, so it never really got a chance to be integrated with the other three, or the other two systems, sorry.
Yeah, I think we're
So-
due to start talking about that in about 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So hopefully conversations will start happening with that very soon, and we can get your ideas on how we can solve that big problem.
I mean, from Bounty Hunter, I could happily and would happily take some of the features from Bounty Hunter and put them into other areas of the game, like the target finder, for example. I could take that out and I could put that in PvP worlds if people really wanted me to. That's not really much of a problem, but if it's just the whole scenario of Bounty Hunter and going into a giant crater to, kill someone who's not your target and then be penalised for 2 minutes, I mean, that's a fantastic mechanic.
Yeah.
I do like it genuinely. But
Could it be an option in Clan Wars?
um,
We can draw a big crater.
yeah, I guess.
I think you may have already done so.
Yeah, I have, yeah. Yeah, I guess. But we'll talk to you about Bounty Hunter in the coming
Make
weeks.
it a separate portal or something.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things, but like I said, I'll have a conversation with you guys, and hopefully a couple of weeks all goes to plan, and we can start getting your ideas and solutions for it there. Any other questions coming through? You can see, guys.
There's a couple coming through asking for the removal of randoms, which we've been discussing for the last 3 or 4 weeks or so now. And it's something that we're up for doing, provided you guys want us to do it. We just need to sit down and find a way to not make the items that come from randoms discontinued. You know, so we'll just retire them. I think Ash had the idea of a retirement home, which I really like.
I said either a retirement home or a prison. Or a torture chamber. It's all the same to me.
We have it on good authority from Weth, who's our anti-bot guy, that randoms do not work for bots. He's confident that they aren't as reliable as they used to be. That's largely our fault because we don't update them, and because we don't update them, the bot developers, you know, don't need to change anything. So
Well, the bot developers have had since 2004 to get their bot to update their bots to handle these things.
yeah,
I think they've pretty much cracked it by now.
yeah.
Plus,
So
we have Player Watch now that can deal with them a lot more efficiently. So
I guess they are a hindrance to the standard and legitimate player. So I guess we'll look at doing something or talking about them very soon, I think.
It's,
they'll probably have a
like
devlog,
say,
I think.
Not a small job. We've got to make those items remain available. Because if we just say, yeah, delete all randoms now, and you're halfway through getting your drill demon kit, you might not actually thank us.
Yes, indeed.
We'll find a way. We'll come up with a.
Somebody did say make Molly suffer.
Yeah.
I was playing around with Molly yesterday.
Retirement.
So
Oi, oi.
You were helping me.
Oh yeah, was
It
it?
was a team effort.
Why wasn't I invited?
But you got Dr. Ford back.
Molly doesn't like crowds.
She loves crowds. She's got one, you know, next room.
Yeah, that's why she can't find Molly.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, so on that note, let's find
I'm trying to
another
work out what
question.
would have happened in Molly's childhood that would have made her start using this claw thing and the cage in the corner. Like, how was she brought up to make her want to behave like that?
I think there's an opportunity for a very dark and disturbing quest in there.
I'll include
The
Molly
history
in
of
like
Molly.
the Uber quest,
Yeah.
where you find out that Molly was, you know, an abused child.
Let's not do that.
Can we just take Molly's house?
Well, how else is Molly going to? Where else was she constructed this sort of claw thing? Which
Maybe she's a goblin in
plucked.
disguise or something. I don't
Maybe
know.
she was trying to get toys from a grabby machine at a fairground and lost all her money doing it and is now obsessed with the big claws.
Well, Molly's actually
and
one of
is
the
now
easier
taken to
ones.
kidnapping humans and,
Yes.
and winning them.
Molly is one of the easier ones because she doesn't give anything bespoke. So we can just take her house, put it somewhere on the world map, and have you walk over to it and blow it up.
Also, she's not very good at it, which is why she always kidnaps players to use her claw for her.
Oh dear.
And the
Anyway,
occasional misclick on a potato sends a
So-
few people our way.
so somebody keeps mentioning bonfires. Anybody want to take bonfires?
I think if we were to do bonfires, we'd actually make them look like a bonfire this time. Because you're like making a huge
Yeah.
bonfire.
I wouldn't mind
near it on
making-
light as well.
Massive
Yeah,
fire.
bonfires that aren't just a slightly larger fire would be nice.
Yeah. I don't. Well, I think we do need to do something with fire making because, quite frankly, fire making is a very, very terrible skill.
You know,
But,
now we've got the ability to add clan wars arenas left, right, and centre. We could have one where you need to keep lighting fires to be able to,
See.
See, yeah, we just have a black screen
or
otherwise.
to avoid having your stats drained by a freezing effect, like
Well,
the
yeah,
goggles area.
some other game that I have played that I'm not going to mention here, you have to, one of the instances, you have to keep fires lit to stop the bosses hurting you quite so much. So it can be used in boss fights, that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
there's a couple of engineering encounters a bit like that in other RuneScape.
There are. Yes, flesh, spoiler, Hazen, whatever you keys you hit your face
Is
first.
Nightgazer Kitten one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also one of them.
Karkiklian.
Well, it could be.
We just nicknamed them. Like Ukalago the Thunderous was just Larry.
Actually, yeah, pretty much.
Lagger.
Ukalago.
Somebody talked about Artisan, which I hope you have a dev blog out for you tomorrow about Artisan with
Yes.
change of it. So let's have a read of that and let us know what you think.
Dragon
declaws.
claws.
Who wants to do declaws?
I'll take them this time.
You always take them.
Yeah,
Why
rather
don't we
than
let Alfred have his say?
They're going
Dragon
declaws.
I don't
Right,
think
don't
they
worry
should
about
be-
what these guys think. You say
Yeah.
what you think.
I don't think they should be implemented in the game. They're just too overpowered. I don't know.
We
No,
do tend to say
just-
that. That's his
yeah.
own words.
Yeah, I just think they're overpowered. I don't want chaotics even.
We're
I don't want
not
turmoil.
holding his pet kitten hostage.
I'm making it another onion.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Or make him jump in another lake.
Yes. So overpowered, I think, is the answer there. Evil Tree Shooting Stars, anyone?
I would love to do a D&D similar to that. I think
I
we've
like
had a lot of
shooting
feedback.
stars, yeah.
But people talked about penguins, evil stars, evil trees. Shooting stars.
Evil Stars and Shooting Trees.
Yeah, you were gonna.
I just never liked the evil tree very much.
No,
Like,
to be
the big
honest, that
chin
is a bit
chomper?
bad one.
Big Chin Chomper is what happens when I was trying to write something a bit like the Evil Tree, but without all the things I found frustrating. So rather than people trying to, well, glitch or find out secrets, know where the thing's turning up, it tells you. Rather than having to go to some massively inconvenient place, it takes you there. It turns up when you know it's going to turn up, so you can decide, I feel like doing some Big Chin Chomper. You go and do some Big Chin Chomper. And having done it, you go away again. And if you leave halfway, then you can just pop to the shop anytime you like without having to wait for it to come back again. Well, that's me on the Evil Tree. But we could always write one.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to do shooting stars or penguins. Well, I say penguins, maybe not with the XP feature that penguins originally had, but shooting stars I'd certainly like to do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like the
I like
stars.
those.
They weren't terribly good in terms of experience, but it was nice fun.
It was
Alternative way of
a
getting
nice
some
distraction,
experience.
which
Yeah,
is what they were there for.
What about fish flingers?
that was a terrible minigame. The only reason anyone ever played it was for a trim.
There you go.
I never went there.
I went there once to unlock the song.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I never did fish flingers myself.
What's the drop rate of defenders? They're all 1 in 50.
There you go.
Barrows defender.
Is there a chance
I'm
of
gonna
doing
run out of bullets.
unlockable emotes?
We'd
unlockable?
have to do the animations for them, or say you.
Yeah, you.
Emotes.
Emotes.
You emote.
You emotes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about adding some sort of special emotes to some of the clue scroll items, so the
Leprechaun
emote
hat.
enhancers.
Like
The
doing this.
Leprechaun hat, the afro. There's one more. Newbie hat.
Maybe yeah, we could. Well, I said we'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always get asked as well for the guitar one, air guitar.
Oh yeah, and the tea bags.
Apparently we've DC'd.
Yeah.
Camera's froze or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Right. Right,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
okay, so
I'll go
apparently we're working. If we're not, keep
Ooh, can you
shouting.
see us now?
Oh, well.
I'm not entirely sure if people still heard us, but
Yeah.
they
There
did.
we go.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, camera froze apparently. It probably has nothing to do with
Technical support.
somebody dressed in ancient magic stuff over there.
No, that was terrible.
It was, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
I've got a joke. I've got a story about that.
Yeah.
Don't give up the day job.
One day,
Yeah.
Matt told a
Will
joke.
do, yeah.
None of us laughed.
Yeah, it's not a news story, that, to be
No,
fair.
not really.
Renazar asked if we can keep your first skill cape untrimmed. We can't really do that because the game doesn't remember which 99 you got first. Now the other option would be to make it so you can just choose your cape and untrim it. But people who go for an untrimmed Slayer cape or
Yeah.
something like that, or even untrimmed hit points, probably won't like it very much.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a
Absolutely.
fan of the idea myself.
No, I think you did. I mean, a lot of people put effort into getting these unique
Yeah.
accounts, and we don't want to tread on them.
If we could do it as the first 99 you got, then I'd be totally up for it. But we can't.
Yeah.
Karaji says, ever thought of adding ZMI? I don't want the XP uplift. I just don't mind getting varied runes. I think that's one of the benefits of ZMI, really. I mean, I don't think people really mind the extra XP because they're not getting good runes, so you're not really getting anything out of it. We do have the Aranya water in our archive.
We have most
Well,
of
we
it.
could do it,
Yeah.
yeah. One Nexus went scouting out months ago and said we could have that, we could have Path of Gluffery, and we could have Land of the Goblins, give or take some bug fixing.
Yeah.
Someone
I mean-
said, can you fix the out price of the Berserker ring?
Yep, sure. As soon as it breaks, I'll fix it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, answer that one. Somebody asked about, I think it was Zoidberg. He asked about postbag from the Edge.
Really?
Hedge.
Hedge, yeah, Hedge.
They haven't been around for a
They
long
haven't,
time.
I know why they stopped.
Yes.
Why did they stop?
They were getting a bit childish and the website was coming across like a primary school.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
People writing in with their pictures would quite often send rather juvenile things, and we'd publish it because it's what we'd got, but it was making the website
We'd
look
see it, you
a
think,
little juvenile.
Well, that's something you draw in a textbook at school. Well, let's put it on the website.
Well, Mark kept for ages the evil
Wow.
key picture that was drawn. Somebody sent in a huge picture of an evil key, the key of doom or something. Ugh.
Yeah, I think when it comes to fan art and things like that, I mean, some of it's really quite fantastic, and it would be nice to celebrate it. But I don't think we could do, because we used to do it monthly, didn't we? Postback from the Edge,
That's right.
and that's probably what made it more difficult, because if you set yourself a time limit of doing it every month, then you have to take what you've got in the previous month and use that. But if you don't have a time limit, you just update it as and when you get cool stuff in, then you'd be a lot more picky about what you put into it.
I got a letter in there once.
Yeah.
I'd just released a Swan Song quest, so I wrote into the postbag, as my main, saying, "Dear Hill Giants, I was just walking past the Hill Giants to go to do the amazing new quest about the wise old man, and I noticed they were all wearing shiny blue boxer shorts. Why have you all got such the same boxer shorts, and who washes them for you? And the Hill Giants kindly wrote back, which meant that my plug of my quest got published without Modmark knowing it was from me. He didn't mind, but I think I was advised not to keep doing it.
Yes, yes. Oh dear,
Someone
why does
asking for-
Neve give Banshee tasks?
Is there a terrible task?
What in the world?
Because of that,
We
really.
don't have big banshees in this. Oh, we don't have big banshees.
No, we don't.
We could have big banshees.
Neve generally only assigns things that are inside her Slayer Cave. There are no banshees in there, so
She assigns stuff you like, yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
And that don't include banshees.
It's a very biased Slayer Master, really, isn't it?
There we go. Right, what else we got? Max Cape.
Oh yes.
Someone just said all skill specs jokes aside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.
I have to rethink.
So
my
there's
answer.
nothing, to,
Yeah.
there's nothing to say about it now, really, is there?
We will eventually probably end up doing a max cape.
We've got more Max people. How many have we got now?
I think we're at 12 or 13.
Yeah,
I think
getting
we're above
there,
that. I
getting
think we're at 15 or 16
I
now.
must be falling off the front page then.
Yeah, someone said you're about rank. You are nearly the front page.
Wow.
Well, now we've got an artist, we can properly make the Max Cape look like something. Before we got Alfred, then any Max Cape we did would have been a kind of recycled thing with no proper emote,
Yeah.
and that would have been kind of lame.
Mm.
So we at least can.
Yeah, we'll do one eventually. I mean, it's a big job, and just for 15 people to wear one, to have Alfie sit down for a week, having to model a cape, and then create a really awesome emote for such a
Yeah.
suitably awesome cape isn't really warranted. But we'll do one eventually. I'm falling off the front page.
It's a shame.
Get back playing.
No.
Yeah, no mining.
Yeah,
Time
take a
of time
holiday.
in the day, too busy testing all the content these guys are producing.
And then I go home and write more content.
Yes. That's the way it works. We don't tend to have many days off, do we, or nights
No.
off?
We've got a nice day next week.
Yes, yeah.
Been kind of busy in the office the last few evenings.
Yes.
Still,
Yeah, you-
got Clan Wars up.
Yes.
And Clue Scrolls as well.
People are really, really surprised, as the same as us, really, at how you can do what you do with your arms.
Well,
You seem to be able to rotate your body like
It is crazy.
infinitely.
If you
It's like,
want,
Oh,
that's
God,
not,
don't do it.
that's
God.
not right. You are ill. You are seriously ill.
Is that what arms are like in the future?
it's what we could make the Max Cape do.
You're-
It's an emote.
Who did this to you?
Once you are Matt.
Oh dear.
Who
Right.
did this to you?
That's crazy.
It is.
Naturally.
So we've got a few minutes left, so any big questions, rifle them in. I think we've answered most of the big stuff. I can't think of anything big stuff we actually haven't touched.
Most people are
on
just
yet.
laughing now.
Yeah.
Anyone
We've
can do
broken
it.
the stream.
Just,
Someone did mention double XP before. I'm going to run out of bullets at this rate.
Yes.
Free XP doesn't really fall within the ethos of Old School. In
Yes.
fact, it falls about 60 miles that way of it. And I think we're more likely to do a half XP weekend than a double XP weekend, if anything.
Amazing, wouldn't it? I still want to say one of the things that I would like to do is sort of a timed competition. So we make high scores specifically for a period of time, so for a week, and then we track who gets the most XP
Yeah.
in that week. We can even do it on the free-to-play accounts as well, so you can make a brand new free-to-play account, play it for 2 weeks, and we can have, you know, a 2-week set where the person who gets the most, or the top 100 people who get the most XP, as long as they're not botting, of course, will get free membership, something like that. And I think would be really quite a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
something somebody else mentioned before, which I kind of recycled an idea from. I'd like to be able to do server firsts. The first time someone reaches a goal, first time someone reaches anything, gets anything, we
Kills a boss.
do a server. Server. That.
Yeah.
You add a new boss to the game. Could be Corp. First person to solo it. Server first. Wide message. Recognise that person.
Yeah,
I'd like to be able to do things like that.
that'd be quite cool. That'd be quite cool.
Awesome.
So yes, there we go. Right, any more questions?
Yeah, someone asked when Discs of Returning will be making a return.
Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned that to
yes,
us. We
we
haven't made
haven't.
a lot of noise about that, have we?
Oh, I need to
you
work
gotta
on
take
that,
it
don't I?
Yeah, next Thursday, we have a nice little update coming out for you because it's summertime.
I
So,
feel really sorry for you because I have to write this at
Yeah.
his request, and after writing it, after seeing what he told me to write, I wished you the best of luck, and I feel very
Yeah.
sorry.
It's
for
a little
you.
bit cryptic.
Yeah,
It's
so we're
insane.
gonna have a bit of fun. We've got the druids in Tavali have a bit of a problem. Might need your help next Thursday, so you have to go visit them, and they will be giving out some half jugs of wine, and some discs are returning as well. So next Thursday, a lot of fun.
If you
No, I'm
saw
gonna
the
enjoy it
wrong one,
immensely.
it should say these are not the druids you were looking for. Just so we get that in there.
Well, I can put that there. I mean, I put no shirt Sherlock in for you.
Thank you.
Not the druids you're looking
The
for.
cryptic stuff won't be as bad as the initial Dorkshan cryptically that Matt wrote.
It's on the same
No,
level.
it's not. I mean,
This is insane.
we could probably tell them that there was supposed to be the word veteran on the end of that challenge scroll, and someone somehow managed to work out that a V should be there, because I think the goblin symbol for Dorkton was a V, which is found on the brooch inside Lumbridge Caves. So props to whoever managed to somehow work that out. We actually patched that today. It now says veteran at the end.
Yeah. So that makes sense now.
People-
Cool. I think we're about running out of time. So I suppose what have we got to plug? Twitter accounts.
Yes, Jagex John C.
Jagex Alfred.
Jagex Reach.
Jagex Ash.
Jack X Matt K. Anything else we need to tell them about?
Let's tell them about these guys.
Oh yeah. We've got to thank James and Simon who have set all this up and actually got us enough chairs to sit in. Yes. So thanks, guys.
You can follow those two on Twitter as well. It's
Yes.
at Jagex James and at Jagex Simon.
I think
If
he's
you-
got an underscore in his name.
Oh yeah, I have an underscore.
Oh, it's at Jagex_James.
Gotta be different.
Yeah. Also, over the weekend, if there are any streamers watching and you have a stream, get in touch with @JagXLee. He's creating a news post where he advertises all your streams over the weekend. So send him when you're streaming. He will add it to the news post. Other than that, I think enjoy Castle Wars. No, Clan Wars.
Castle Wars is also fun.
Yeah, enjoy both, but
Get your
particularly
tickets.
enjoy Clan Wars because it's new. Go and enjoy it. There's new maps. There is a competition running right now. If you want to design your own map, email it to our email address at Old School community at jagex.com, and we will pick the best ones and put them in game with your name on it. So make sure you send us your RSNs. So
Design
get
it in
involved.
anything.
Yes, absolutely. So anything you want to design it in, whether that is other game engines or just paint or a drawing on a bit of pencil and photographed, you know.
Literally anything.
Try to give us some sense of size and scale when you do this, because you send us a big arena. We won't know whether it's meant to be like 64 tiles across, 32 tiles across, 128 like the gridlock thing. So give us a bit of a hint.
Yeah. Someone also mentioned Jag again in there. We answered it earlier on, but keep your eyes peeled. News on Jag coming very shortly. See you later. See you next week.
ya.
Have fun. Bye bye, everybody. Enjoy yourselves.
Ciao for now.